118 pounds. You see the Knight brothers for Iowa State in the first two weights against Martin and Penrith.
Well, when Steve Knight gets his offense going, he's very, very hard to beat. And that's what he needs to do, is get his offense going, play his game. Brad Penrith is better than he's ever been, I believe. He's really varied his attack. He's improved his wrestling a lot this year. He's got an attack both on his feet and on the mat. Should be a good match, Doug.
3-0 Iowa. Penrith here. 34 Gibbons against Melchiori. And at 42, if you weren't with us for the opening, Joe Gezzi's going to wrestle Mike Carpenter, who's coming down from 150 for the first time this year to 142, and we hear that they mean that. That's the tournament weight.
Well, I think it's going to be a good match because Joe Gezzi, it's good to see him consistently in the lineup right now because he's had injury problems in the past. It's just good to see him in there.
A short arm drag there by Steve Knight, but Penrith kept right on moving, and he was out of the way. Knight against Penrith. They wrestled. Oh, that high cross, a picture-perfect high cross, and Knight managed to fight his way out.
Good flurry. Brad Penrith got in on the leg, cut off very nicely, but Steve Knight was able to get the arm in underneath on an underhook, and he was able to counter, and he found the edge, did a nice job.
Wanted to arm drag again there. You could see it on Penrith's left arm.
I see a lot of determination in Knight right now, and you see a very steady performer in Penrith. It's got everybody on the edge of their seats right now in this Hilton Auditorium.
Steve Knight likes leg attacks. He does like an inside trip, hook his leg on the inside, but Penrith's not letting him under.
Well, you see two fine-tuned individuals here, and you just know that it's just the margin of error is ever so slight, and it's going to be whoever just puts that perfect move together.
The arm drag again by Knight. Now he has a front headlock.
Yeah, and he doesn't mind being here. He was able to arm drag, almost get to two.
It was Chuck, but Penrith is too solid for him.
A lot of hard work going on here.
A couple of good flurries here. There's some awfully talented 26-pounders in this country. And here is Knight wrestling against Penrith, and a takedown. A terrific counter by Knight.
Well, what I see here is Steve Knight on his offense. Even though that was a counter, it was set up, Doug, because he is on his offense. He's not looking to just counter.
Penrith rolls out, 2-1. The thing you notice about Knight now is he keeps really good position. And even when he was in the middle of those flurries, he was in good position against Penrith.
That's right, and he was looking for offense. And I think your best defense is a good offense all the way around.
First period is over. 2-1, Knight over Penrith.
It's right here. Penrith is in on the single, goes to a double leg right here. He's coming across, but Knight's able to get the hips out, and then that underhook, a little pancake action. Didn't catch him on his back there, but he got the 2 points, and that was hip action.
Knight gets his choice here, and he takes down. He starts on the bottom against Penrith, who likes to get those legs in and really put it on you. He's tough on top. That won't last long. Phil Henning with a hand behind the head. That's a potentially dangerous move.
Well, you know, that's speaking of a dangerous move, is picking down against Penrith, and I think that shows a lot of confidence in Steve Knight of being able to get out, and so that tells you a little bit of something about his mental attitude right now.
Penrith is able to get the leg in on the far side. Do you have the cradle locked? I think he has. Now we're back where they started. The switch by Knight. Penrith still coming, but they're even. 1 point for Knight.
It was good, explosive action by Steve Knight there.
Heck of a match. The crowd. We're about a minute into the second period at 1:26. Knight leads 3-1.
You just have a feeling that Steve Knight's had this match on his mind for a while and has been going over and over and over it, and almost knows every move that's going to be made in this match because he's been thinking about it for so long.
He decided not to go under against Penrith that time. Brad Penrith, very experienced.
Very experienced, very solid. He's just a really good wrestler.
The man in the white there in that picture in the crowd is Dan Knight, Steve Knight's brother. There it is. Nice move on the single leg, but Knight's out. Goes in with the step in.
Nothing. Nothing.
Here's
Nothing.
Penrith's counter. These are two fine wrestlers.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nice job on both parts. Steve Knight showed he established that low attack. Penrith came out of it with a real nice counter.
He likes to go in on that trip, inside trip.
And I was talking about Steve Knight's weapon. Everybody knows it, but you sometimes just can't stop it, and that's his headlock. Steve Knight's going to have to work in a little closer.
There's Knight from behind. A beautiful roll by Penrith and no stall.
Good quickness from Knight, but good reaction by Brad Penrith.
Oh, that long single. There again, you see Penrith rolling with a man behind him.
One.
Well,
Both
that was a little,
out.
yeah, they gave him 2 and 1 there, and it didn't look any different than the last time. I think it could be called either way, but I think it was called differently.